Hi. Um, Responding to the prompt of like what speaks to me more, like for voice, imagination, and like physically, either realism or abstract. I'd have to say probably realism. Um, I think as someone who's not super imaginative or like really good at coming up with like storylines and kind of creating material from nothing, or without like a good amount of source material. I think it's a lot easier for me to grasp and kind of relate to realism, like in terms of like acting and playing, like playing out a role. I think for voice, for one, because it portrays a lot more, um, I guess more like the human emotion. I don't know. I think I have an easier time grasping like a story that's happened, something that's happened. There's like a good reason for someone's emotion or like their kind of their tone of voice, their auditory level, like how loud they're being. I think that is a little easier for me when it's done with realism. Um, I think physically also, if I like exactly who this person is, there's like plenty of material about them, plenty of like a history of a person, like if it's a political figure or something like that. I feel like that definitely gives me definitely more comfort zone, and I feel like that's kind of um, more of my acting zone. I feel like I perform best in that, not just kind of out of my comfort zone. I think that's what I perform best at. Um, Out of the acting that I have done, granted, most of it has been abstract in a way. I guess it's been fictional. I guess not really abstract. It's been fictional stuff. So I guess there still is a good amount of um, like history about the character or material about them to kind of get a real good dive into who they are and how to best play them. And then imagination wise, um, I feel like you can get a little more creative with an abstract character or something that you create on your own. You can really kind of take it in whatever direction you want. So I feel like imaginatively, abstract might be a little easier, or just kind of sit with me a little more. I do feel like it's a lot. You have a lot more freedom, and I feel like freedom in this area of me, or this for me, this area of freedom is helps me a little bit. Um, if I'm making a character, I could draw upon as many kind of um, like sources as I like, and I can really kind of create a character that I resonate with and that I kind of identify with. So I do feel like for imagination that I would do best with an abstract character or play in particular. Overall, we're kind of comparing the two though. From Radium Girls, from the midterm, I definitely think it'd be an easier time for me to be like a per se character in Radium Girls. There's a script that's already been written, said hundreds and thousands of times now, probably. I could draw upon plenty of productions of it before, and I can really kind of find the best portrayal and then kind of modify it to be my own. Rather than the midterm, it was kind of like throwing darts into the dark. It's you really can't really hit something unless you try it. So I feel like that uncertainty definitely made it. What's raining? Definitely made it a little more difficult. Um, I had Jeb and I both had a little trouble creating our own characters, creating their own environment, the story, the plot. I feel like there's a lot that goes into that. That definitely takes a skilled mind, or just kind of a different mind than my own. I definitely think the final is a little more my pace. Being handed something that has a lot of direction to it and a lot of kind of details. I feel like I'm better at just kind of crunching memorization and crunching lines rather than creating my own script or creating my own stage directions and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I prefer realism over abstract. I don't know if fictional really falls into the category of realism, but